Well, welcome along everybody to Forza Motorsport 7. I'm in a fucking massive truck for some reason. Not entirely sure why. But yeah, I thought I'd give this game a go. I got it with a voucher for Christmas, and I am inherently skeptic about this game, purely because it's a Forza game on PC. Now, as we try and negotiate a very tricky track in normal cars, in trucks, I shall try and give you the reasons why. Now, the last Forza game, Forza Horizon 3, was the first game. You might hear a bit of wheel rumbling. It was the first Forza game on PC, the first full release, and it was an absolute disaster. Now, this is Forza Motorsport 7, which has also got that full PC release. And straight off the bat, the force feedback to set up and to use is some of the worst I've played in any PC sim game. It really isn't fun. But the big problem with Forza Horizon 3 was the performance in terms of system performance, and I'm happy to admit that it's pretty fantastic on this so far. And the one thing you can say for Forza on PC is it looks bloody fantastic. It really does look good. Whether that really shows in a video that's recorded, edited, and then put up to YouTube, because of course YouTube loves to eat graphical fidelity for breakfast. But we're going to give it a go. We'll work through a bit of this Driver's Cup and see what you guys think, see if you enjoy it. Let's go for a little overtake on this truck here. Got to say, this truck is an awful lot easier to drive than the Porsche GT2 that I was using to set up the game. I don't know what it is about the force feedback. It's got this horrible return to centre, and I've picked some settings that someone's got for this wheel off the forums. But wait, I don't even know what we're hitting there. That'll be the rumble curve, I guess. And I've made it a bit better, but it just doesn't feel connected. And when you're so used to PC sim games, it's just a real shame that it doesn't feel like you're connected to the road. I guess we are in big, like, racing trucks at the moment, which would probably which would probably complicate things a little bit. But hey, I'm going to give it a go. If you guys enjoy this, then I'll continue on the series. And it's just sort of a midpoint while I set up my PC now that it's been wiped with Automo Blister and Assetto Corsa again, to do some content that I've been planning in those two games. But we'll give it a go and we'll see what you guys think. We're currently going through the Drivers' Cup intro, which is 3 historic drivers in 3 historic races for when they won the Drivers' Cup. It's really weird. It's not like a proper career mode, and from what I've seen, it's not the Forza of old where you can just buy cars and modify them to your heart's content. You have to, I know, wait for it, you have to get modifications for your cars in loot boxes, pretty much. Yeah. Utterly bizarre and quite typical of the way gaming's going at the moment. There is a weird stuttering issue in the cutscenes, which is one thing you might see, and one thing I have noticed with this that was ever present in Horizon 3 as well on PC. And it keeps spawning me in that camera, even though I would obviously want to be in the car, which we are now. This is absolutely terrifying, going into a car I've never driven with a terrible force feedback in the rain. But at least we can see the road. Sorry, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say, at least we know the track. That's one problem I have with things like Gran Turismo and Forza. There's a lot of tracks that are fantasy tracks that are made up, and I'm one that likes to race on tracks I know. I'm not a fan of learning new tracks if you've as anybody who's watched my McCoo video will know. But let's try and get in the groove a little bit on here. So it's just this return to centre that I hate with force feedback that this game has got inherently. I'll see if there's a setting to change it at some point. You've got to say, this game looks beautiful. What the hell happened to that TV camera? I thought someone dropped it for a minute there. Another thing I have noticed, which hasn't really been shown in this video just yet, is the AI is god freaking awful when they try to overtake you. But we'll deal with that when it comes to it. Alright, coming up to Spoon. Let's get a bit more aggressive, shall we? Massive understeer. Might hear quite a lot of wheel noises with this one. Haven't done sort of live commentary in a racing game for a while. I'm just trying to get used to that again as well. That's far too slow, but I'm trying to be a little bit cautious. So with this force feedback, when you do lose it, it's horribly difficult to catch it. Not because the car's difficult to catch, but because the force feedback feels terrible. Going on the grass doesn't help. And of course this is a Forza or a Gran Turismo, so you're just massively quicker than everybody else on the straights, unless you get the right difficulty level. But that was good fun. That looked nice. Didn't feel very slippery, to be fair, considering how much rain was on track.
Each series is based on more than 50 car divisions, featuring different types of vehicles. So, it's time to make a choice. Which series will you choose first?
Now, some open wheel legends looks like fun. I feel like we should start with little baby steps in this game. So we'll start with some hot hatches.
Now the first one is on me, so go ahead and pick what you want. These cars prove you shouldn't judge a vehicle by its size. Designed and built for performance and practicality, these hot hatches are perfect for racing around tight road circuits.
Okay. Well, I'm inbuilt to go for either a Focus or a Type R Civic. Big Honda and big Ford fan, personally. Of course, the Golf would probably be the best practical option. Definitely not a Clio. Definitely not a 308 GTI. Is that's surely not even in the same class as some of these cars, especially a Cooper Works. AMG's just a waste of space, far too much power for what it needs to be. Hyundai Veloster Turbo. No, I don't think so somehow. It's going to be either the Type R or the RS. I drive the RS in far too much. Let's try the Civic.
We got some new designs that you can use to personalize your car.
Oh, we got some peeps. Liveries. That Rebel one's quite cool. Immediately, these menus feel absolutely horrible, just like Forza Horizon did. Oh, the old classic British touring car, Halford's logo. Yes, please. Lovely. Free look. You've got to say, YouTube will not be doing this justice, but it is a great looking game. This is maxed out, by the way, on PC. Everything pumped up, and it's running perfectly smooth at 60 FPS, which is good. Alright, let's get that Civic then, and let's give it a go, shall we? Right, well, let's just take this car for a little test drive just before we go into a full-blown race. Of course, this is Forza, so we don't get practice sessions and qualifying just yet. We might do later on. It is supposed to be more towards sort of motorsport style stuff. A lot of torque steer off the line, this thing. Go towards turn one of, I'm not really sure where. very floppy. I think this is the bog standard consumer version of the Type Art. Oh, that Michael Bay bloom. Please stop. Looks great, but it makes driving near impossible. I think this is a fantasy track, I'm not sure, I don't recognise it. There's a... Oh, that's a pits, that would be what that is. Great. I thought I was suddenly playing like Mario Kart or something. Yeah, go towards the glowing icon and get like some mushrooms or something. Turtle shells. I mean, this is a great pit screen. Another thing that was made fun of with this, with Forza, was it was in all the trailers there were animated pit stops. There aren't animated pit stops. You just stop, there's the noises, and that's it. This screen really doesn't help anybody. It really breaks your immersion, doesn't it? Okay, do you want to... Just like to put me back on... Why is he fucking kangarooing it like that? He's trying to break my car. I've just paid a lot of money for this. Well, it was free, but... Also seems to be some large methane escapes in the hills. I think there's some cows about. Let's give this race a go, shall we? What are we up against anyway?
Here, you can check out the competition and build an epic rival.
Pretty much all the cars we didn't buy. Okay, great. Let's go. I haven't seen a difficulty slider yet as well, so I don't know if it's just going to get progressively more difficult or we need to set a difficulty. But at least there's some nice big grids, which you don't normally get in these kind of games. At least not from what I remember. I haven't played a Forza since like Forza 3. I haven't played Gran Turismo since 6 on PS3. So yeah, we're massively quicker than everybody. There's that lovely AI awareness I was talking about. Don't really want to go through the middle of those, but we'll do it. Lovely Michael Blaze, aren't you just going to close that gap? Okay, mate. Okay, no problem. We're just going to have to accept that this is what's going to happen in this game. Is he still there? No, he's not. Oh, there was someone still there. So he promptly got out of the way, thankfully. How many laps we got? 5. Actually, it's a pretty short track, isn't it? Right, I presume this... I'll give it a little lift. It's probably flat out once we get a bit more confidence in the car. One thing I do hate about recent Forza games is they try and make it... Yeah, this game, Gran Turismo did the same sport, the most recent one. Yeah, we're more about the pure motorsport, blah blah blah, and yet you still have these cars that are essentially dropped out of other people's games with their gamer tag, which I'm not a fan of. Doesn't really feel very motorsporty if you've got ridiculous gamer tags popping up in your game. Done it again. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come by. Come by. Very Japanese, but yeah, it's just got that horrible inherent understeer that these overpowered hot hatches have. But this is of a new enough generation that it just continues to grip as you keep your foot down. So it's sort of a controlled understeer. Yeah, we definitely have to find a difficulty slider. And across the line. Well, it's a fun little car, fun little course, not much in the way of competition. So we'll try and find a difficulty slider and make it a bit more competitive. I hate you already, Mr. Man. Bring back Jeff from F1 any time of the day, please. Yep, that's some money. Lovely. I'll be able to afford probably
You want to know how to get
maybe a
some rewards?
1999
Just keep
Volkswagen
driving.
Golf standard
The more you
with that money, I
drive,
would
the
imagine,
faster
in
you
these kind of games. We're Indy Circuit. Lovely. Okay. Is this difficulty?
This will change how the other drivers out there will perform. It's the perfect
let's
option for honing your racing skills.
try highly skilled, limit aggression. Like blocking and sideswiping. Like blocking, okay. Sideswiping is not a tactic. We'll leave that on for now. It's bad enough already. We'll try highly skilled and just see what difference it makes. No need for a practice. We know the track. Brands out Jindy. Let's see what the difficulty does. God, that torque steer is horrendous. Have to get some clutch upgrades and differential upgrades or something to stop that immediately. A little bit blocked in it. Already feeling a bit more competitive. Nobody's hit me. Life is good. Still miles quicker on the straights though. So, still a little tweak needed to the difficulty. This thing is pretty rapid, to be fair. I think they're around about £30,000 in real life. It's a little bit more expensive than the old Civic Type R's used to be. In old money. I say old money, I'm talking about mid-2000s. But they used to be about 18,000. This generation has gone up considerably. But it is, as far as I know, a much better car. But I'd still probably take the Focus RS in real life. Oh dear. It's a bit of understeer there. And once again, hopefully that's not too bad for you guys, that intense rattling. Actually shaking my entire room. Those rumble curbs. Might have to turn that feedback setting down a little bit. The detail of all the cars parked in the outfield there. A bit of torque steer again, but very, very controllable even in these conditions. I don't know if it's just bad wet weather or whether it's just a very controllable car. Obviously not that much power in comparison to a lot of cars in this game, I'm sure. That was good fun. We still need to adjust difficulty though. It's still way too easy.
Why not invest in a prize crate? You might get mods,
No, mate.
driver gear, or something else great.
No, not yet. I feel I'd have to buy those crates at some point, because that's the only way apparently to modify your car. I might be wrong in that, but from what I was reading, it's a one-time thing. So you can get an exhaust for one car, and then you can't use it for any other car. Which I guess would make sense if it's a single exhaust in a box. If these boxes are real-life boxes, maybe. Anyway, we're at Sabang, and at night, which should be pretty interesting. Let's just put that difficulty all the way up. Let's see what unbeatable is, shall we? As I said, I'm not great. I'm not the fastest guy in the world, let's be honest. And force feedback on this is seriously triggering me. So, let's finish off this championship in this car and then we'll call it there for today. I do love how good this game looks. That's the one thing. It's fireworks at night. Get ready for the torque steer. There it is. And we're off. That's a nice effect, to be honest. The torque steer feels good. It's just the main force feedback that feels atrocious. Now this feels a lot more competitive. Oh, hello. That's a bit tighter than I thought it was going to be. Oh, hello. Hello, mate. I'm here, mate. I think I just woke the dead from a cemetery 3 miles away. Oh, I really need to turn that effect down. Apologies to headphone users. Alright, that's the end of lap 1. Let's try and make it a bit cleaner than the last one anyway. Too early. This track is really triggering me, this bit. It's not really a racetrack, is it? It's more like a cut through on a B road and your sat nav gets you lost. So narrow. Why would anybody make a track like that? And it's almost daylight. How long has this race been? Well, that's good fun. It's great fun to drive at night in this game. Must be said. Looks spectacular. The looks, the sounds, and everything like that is pretty great, but it's just the force feedback I can't get on with at the moment. See, lap time pretty competitive. Maybe one difficulty down just for the moment whilst we get used to everything. And when we get into some of the longer races, then maybe this is using some of my old Xbox contacts. Which again is very strange, something I found really weird with Forza Horizon. Do you like this tune? We noticed you have raced with this car and its design more than a few times. Liking a car's design can boost its rating and reward the creator of the design. Yeah, sure, it's great. Wonderful. Right, I think that's that championship done. We're currently 12th overall. There might be one more race, actually. We'll wait and see. Okay, we do. We got one more race. Watkins Glen, then. In America. Classic racetrack. Track I've not raced at for a long, long time, though. So, take a little bit to get used to it. We'll go down to Pro, just, I think, for the moment. Just because if those AI make those stupid mistakes, then... yeah, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. And we probably won't catch back up. So let's give it a go then. Let's give it our final race of this episode in this little mini championship then. Ready for torque steer. Engage. Oh, Christ. bit of rumble strip. Keep it on the outside. Careful not to understeer on the banking. Switch back to the left-hander. Oh, I remember this track now. Incredibly deceiving. Very high-speed track. Lots of long off-camber, fast corners. You get them a little bit wrong, you're quickly going to say hello to Mr. Barrier. We got a car on our inside? We do. A little bit boxed in here. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you, Mr. Mazda. We're all okay. Just a bit of bumping and grinding between friends, eh? Let's go around the outside of you, shall we? There's that understeer I was talking about. Get it back under control. He's just going to nudge me off the track. Cheers, mate. Hang it in there, hang it in there. This is much more raceable. Good difficulty level now. That wing mirror is really bothering me. It's like held on with cable ties or something. Flapping about. That can't be good for the aero. If there's a mod to put solid wing mirrors on, yes please. Yeah, we're going to struggle to hold on to this 8th place, I think, round it. The little tyre noises and just the braking attraction. Everything is right about this simulation model, it just doesn't feel it through the wheel. I think that's my problem. Maybe if I get the settings a bit better, it might help. Oh, grip, 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 grip. No, 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 no. Okay, let's just hold on to 8th, shall we? That starting pack behind. How much of a testing racetrack this is. Making me sweat a little bit here. Well, that was good fun. 8th place, not exactly smashing it off the track, but it'll do. It'll do, donkey, it'll do. Okay, that's P9 for us overall then, in this little mini championship. And you can see we actually get a cumulative points total for the Seeker Championship. So I don't think we have to win everything, like games of old. There's no gold medals and such, just the cumulative points, which is what we like.
You finished the first series. Now you can take on the next step in the Forza Drivers' Cup.
Good to know. Good on those guys. Prefer to have a challenge than just win every race. More entertaining that way anyway. And we get 20,000 more. Lovely job. And we continue them.
Showcases are the only place to get special, rare, and unique cars. Now, these rides will definitely improve your collection score.
Well, that'd be a fun thing to do next time anyway. I fucking hate gymkhanas with a steering wheel. If it's anything like the dirt gymkhanas, it's going to be hell. So, probably go for limo bowling. And then I think we'll give the open wheel legends a go next time. Some open wheel F1 cars sounds like a lot of fun. But anyway, we're going to call that there for today. I hope you guys did enjoy this. Thank you. Yeah, loyalty rewards, great. I've played once. You're really giving me loyalty rewards for that. If anybody knows any settings or fixes I can use, I'm using a T500 RS for the force feedback. It'd be greatly appreciated. I'm going to look into that as well, because it feels pretty dodgy. And I feel this would be a great game if you get the right feeling through the steering wheel. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see more, do hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can subscribe as well. And until next time, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.